Invocation. In classical poetry, the invocation in an epic usually asked the muses to give the poet inspiration. In late medieval works from Christian civilization, the invocation usually either invoked the power of the Trinity or simply the spirit and generosity of the poet's wealthy patron who was paying for the poem. The invocation of this invokes the source material, the original Superman comics from the late 1930s and early 1940s, and the secular history of that age. Invocation, Canto number 1, The Good Fight. In America's darkest hour they were born. Decades later, from affluence's cold, lonely tower, I sought them, the heroes of old, as they struggled to survive a world of scorn. I yearned for good fight's return, remembering when depression struck freedom's home, and children starved near to the bone cowered, afraid, sans power in the land of the brave. Visiting the newsstand homes of new heroic tomes, such youth sought forsooth in Superman's poetic truth. Red, blue, and yellow clad he flew, the immigrant lad whom all knew could, if only he were true, restore light to the once shining city on the hill. He in grace and might could scarce ignore the fascist horde descending, the homegrown foes pretending to work the people's will. His was the good fight, he and his brethren, the new knights of the metropolis. In my country's bleakest time they were born. When it surrendered, choosing a meek line to walk, it was the heroes for whom all truly pined. But I was not forlorn, for they were always mine. Ever loyal, I toiled after them, ending my search but momentarily at two shop walls awash in four-color splendor. History's shimmering mysteries hung for sale to the young man, the big spender. At home in my own fortress of solitude, I peel tape from plastic bags, preventing sneaky snags set to tear at my precious wares. I turn a glinting cover to discover pages still white, not yellowed by the years. Comics condition maintained over decades, hidden away beneath piles of old clothes in trunks that, stacked in attic corners, sat as generations passed. The adventurers of former days are rediscovered at last. I am Columbus, Vespucci, da Gama, a voyager across the years, sailing in pulp and ink ships to days when hero trips allayed fears of bread lines, Nazi mines, dangers of all kinds, the time when right was right, when the good war was the good fight. Today as I read and write, those days come into sight. The good fight to free freedom's light approaches once more. And again it takes the form of a hero, a lingering, steadfast fighter from the romantic age, who to a despairing nation came, a furious battle to wage in truth and justice's name. Join me now in welcoming him. End Canto number 1. The prologue, consisting of 3 cantos, will follow in the next few days. Thank you.